First and the most important, I would put a new server on Balkans, because our closest one is in Germany, and everyone can imagine how it is to play against a German who lives on the server, and I live like, I don't know how far away, so that's the first thing, most important. And second one, the second most important thing is to make the game faster. If you make the game faster, everything changes, the skill gap increases just by the simple thing, increase the game speed. But since FIFA 20, then 21, then 22, the gameplay gets slower and slower and slower, and skill gap decreases, and my skill decreases as well, because anyone can beat me, right, I guess. And that's it. And probably goalkeepers, they're like, I mean, probably they made them to look like a Spider-Man, you know, probably someone in EA likes Spider-Man, so they are like Spider-Man right now, because they think that the pass in 16 meters or 5 meters from a goalkeeper travels the same speed as the goalkeeper from one side of a goal to the other side. Maybe they compared it to NHL because the net is a little bit smaller there, so they think, you know, they can react like a Spider-Man. But yeah, so goalkeepers are the third most important thing, I guess.
I would say the passing technique, when like my player that I want to pass the ball, he's running and showing his hand, and then he suddenly stops when I attempt the pass. That would do wonders for me, I suppose, but everything else is fine. I'm really satisfied with the game, and with every passing year the game is much better, and this FIFA is by far the best, if you ask me.
Everything.
Maybe I would remove the corner glitches, that it's very effective this way and this year, so yeah, I would definitely do that.
I would surely change the goalkeepers. I would make them a bit worse, even though they patched them, but they are still too good now. And I would most likely make a game based on a bigger skill gap, so that a better player always wins. Because in FIFA you have so much things that are unfortunately like they are, but yeah, I would make a game that is based on more on a skill basis.
If we're talking about the gameplay, I would say that right now the finesse shots were very OP. It was something that a lot of people could do outside the box. Also, maybe more to lower the skill gap right now with the new patch. At the start of the game, I very much liked the gameplay, because worse players actually perform better than now. With the new patch, I feel like the skill gap has increased, and I feel that gives a disadvantage to people who don't have the best teams. If we want to talk about the market, we can be here till tomorrow, so I wouldn't touch that.
I would remove the pay-to-win factor in the game.
A lot of changes maybe I should do, but the biggest issue in this game is the pace, the major pace of the game. So I would like this game more pacey.
I would say I'd change nothing in FIFA 22, because I like that game more than the FIFA 21, FIFA 20. So this is the best version outside last 3 years.
Possibly to minimize the RNG factor.
In my opinion, FIFA 22 is the best FIFA since last years. But if I could change one thing, is a remove delay in every game.
No bounces.
I think I would make it a bit faster. The gameplay to be with a faster speed.
I think to add a few more moves and the gameplay to be faster.